Am I the a-hole for telling a friend she's kind of overreacting over a broken leg? I, 24 male, have a college friend I sometimes hang out with, 25 female. Basically, we live in the same city and met on our course and kept in touch after graduating. A while ago, my friend hurt her leg and the doctor gave her a walking boot to wear and walking sticks. I hung out with her like a week after it originally happened and she was kind of moany, like saying how much it hurts and how annoying it is and complaining about work. In parentheses, even though I'm pretty sure her boss just let her work from home through. In parentheses, even though I'm pretty sure her boss just let her work from home for now. Throughout, it kind of spoiled the vibe a bit at the time, but I get it and helped her out and all of that. I wanted to hang out with her the week after that, and I suggested a nice club, but she said she can't due to her leg and instead suggested a restaurant with a few of her friends, and I get it and agreed. The whole sorry guys, this guy's grammar fucking sucks. Holy fucking run-on sentence. This entire paragraph is one sentence. But she said she can't due to her leg and instead suggested a restaurant with a few of her friends. I get it and agreed. And the whole meal was her basically complaining about her leg or walking or depression due to her leg or this or that. Holy fucking grammar. I mean, I'm already annoyed by this guy, but at least be annoying with good grammar, dog. Anyways, the next time I hung out with her, it was at a shopping center. And again, some old complaining, even though the doctor told her to walk on her leg by that time. And she'd say she needs to sit down almost every 15 minutes. I kind of thought it was a bit ridiculous and just went, man, crazy they let you out of the ICU. She didn't get it at first, but got mad when she did, and I apologized, but told her that she's overreacting and should stop spoiling the mood with it all of the time. Like millions of people get hurt, that's just life, etc., etc. To which she got madder and stuff was said. To which she got madder and stuff was said back and forth a bit, and she said she's going home. I tried to apologize in text afterwards, but got ignored. Am I the a-hole here? I get that she broke her leg, but I was kind of just making light of the situation a bit. And I thought she got a bit too mad at what I said. Typical Republican ass response to that. Bro, I just deeply hurt her to her core, but like, she got a bit too mad. I know I said something cruel and insensitive, but she got too mad. Why get too mad when I can just not? Also, hangouts between friends are supposed to be fun and not supposed to be so negative and depressing all the time. I mean, bro, this is just like the typical man no awareness of just like lives in sunshine and rainbow land. Because OP is probably a white man who's never had to deal with any hardships in his life ever, and the world revolves around him. So like, my hangouts are always supposed to be fun. It doesn't matter that my friends are going through some shit and I'm supposed to be there for my friends and be supportive of them. Oh, no. That's not allowed because other people be hurting sometimes, and therefore you should just not complain. Just so annoying, bro. Just so like... Yeah, that's an Am I the Devil post. He probably has no clue why he can't get women to talk to him either, man. He doesn't want a friend. He wants an entertainer. No, for real. Yeah, injuring anything that impairs your mobility sucks. I agree, man. And it's like, dude, listen, if it's really fucking up your vibe that much, don't hang out with her. Like, if you don't like hanging out with somebody, whether it's for good reasons or in this case, bad reasons, like, don't hang out with them. You don't have to. You can go find somebody who doesn't complain too much about their leg being fucking broken. But instead you actively choose to hang out with her and then complain about it like a baby back bitch. If all someone does is complain, yes, it's going to be annoying, but it's a broken leg. No, for real. Like, don't get me wrong. I agree on the sentiment of like, I think we've all met somebody who like complains too much. And it's like kind of hard to hang out with them. But like at a certain point, you're just like, all right, I'm just going to like not hang out with them all the time. Like it's that easy. This is the kind of guy. Sorry. This dude is the kind of guy who would tell his wife to stop complaining days after she birthed her child. No, I agree. Broken bones can cause lifelong pain. No, for real. Everybody reacts differently to a broken bone. And sometimes it fucks with your nerves, bro. So annoying. I mean, are we surprised? Like on some dumb man shit for real. Bro hid their posts. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments real quick. Crazy. Crazy, chat. Let's keep it going. All right, I want to rock through at least 5 of these today. All right? We got like an hour left of stream. I think we can do it. If your boy doesn't let his ADHD take over, we can absolutely do it, chat. All righty, guys. Let's hop into it. R/am I the a-hole relationships? Am I the a-hole for confronting an older student because my son has a crush on her? My son is 10 male. He goes to a performing arts school on the weekends. There's a 17-year-old girl there who's famous. She's been in a few professional acting jobs and has 100,000 TikTok followers. My son and loads of students there think it's really cool that she's famous, and he always comments on her videos being supportive. She doesn't respond to a lot of comments, but whenever she notices he or people from the performing arts school has commented, she replies. I thought it was sweet at first, until like 5 nights ago, my son had a sleepover with his friends, and I heard him talk about a crush he has on the girl from the drama group, and they follow each other on TikTok, and he messages her on there a lot. I asked him the next day after his friends left about it, and he checked it. Oh, and I checked their messages. This is how the conversation went. I have screenshots. I'll put what was said here. My son, hello, thank you for following me back. Her, no problem, you're a diva. Him, you're so famous on TikTok. Her, haha, my videos are trash. I don't know why I have so many for real. Him, I like your videos. You're a good actress. I think he meant to just say you are a good actress. Her, aw, thank you so much. You're a great actor too. OP son, thank you, smiley face. The next day, he sent her a TikTok trend to the show they're doing, which is a Mary Pop. Oh, sorry. The next day, he sent her a TikTok trend to the show they're doing, which is Mary Poppins. He's playing Michael, and the 17-year-old is playing Mary Poppins. So, like, Michael's the... Okay, so they have, like, an existing relationship in the fact that they are in a play together. So this isn't, like, some 17-year-old who's, like, giving attention to a random 10-year-old that goes to the school. It's like, y'all are in a play together. Honestly, Mbem, I low-key fuck with your comment here. No offense, but why is your 10-year-old son on social media and TikTok? I can't necessarily disagree with that. I think 10 on TikTok is really fucking young. Okay, OP's son said, can you do this TikTok with me? And kid playing Jane. She said, looks fun. We should if your parents and her parents let you post on TikTok. OP's son said, yes, they do. The girl replied, great. OP's son, I'm so excited for Mary Poppins. She said, me too, you're amazing at playing Michael. OP's son said, this is my first main part. I was so happy I didn't think I'd get a big part since I'm new in this group. She replied, oh my God, that's so sweet. I had my first main part at 10 too. First leads are special. OP's son replied, really? That's so cool. All right, and then here are messages from the next day. Wow, this kind of goes for a while, chat. Strap in. The next day, OP's son says, hi, how are you? She replies, I'm good, thanks. How are you? OP's son says, fine. Who's your favorite character from the show? She replies, Mary, but I'm biased. Who's yours? He replied, Mary too. I think Emily is pretty. She replies, oh, Emily Blunt from the newer one? OP's son says, yeah, you kind of look like her. She replies, haha, I see it a bit. He said, you do. Okay, now we have more messages from the next day. So I think, too, the important thing to kind of note here is, like, the son keeps starting the conversation. She's just being polite, but then she always ends the conversation. Which, just touching on it, like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off of the title from what somebody put as the title to this Am I the Devil post, but like accusing a teenager of grooming, which is what is probably coming here. This isn't the activity of a groomer. Like, it doesn't seem like she's going out of her way. It's more like, hey, we're in a play together, so I'm not gonna like completely ignore him, you know, but she's keeping it cordial and she's ending it when she should. Okay, so we have more conversations the next day. OP's son says, good morning. Your video is funny. She replied, thank you. I'm here all week. OP's son said, you played a funny character in the last show, didn't you? I watched it before I joined the drama group. She replied, Miss Wormwood. OP's son said, yes, she was my favorite because she was funny. She replied, thank you, haha, I tried. OP's son said, you was good. And then now OP is picking up back with the narrative. That was the last conversation they had. I felt really uncomfortable with the fact she kept replying to him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that in a best case scenario, like, okay, I'm trying to think, like, if this is my daughter, I would probably be like, hey, be careful DMing younger kids. Like, even if you don't have bad intentions, it can look bad. But at the same time, she's not doing anything bad here. She's not doing anything bad. She's just being polite to somebody that she has to interact with day to day. So I don't really think OP has the right to be upset. And if he does have, and if he is upset at anything, it should just be the fact that that his son has social media that he can act or do things that OP isn't okay with. Like, if anything, the takeaway there shouldn't be, I felt really uncomfortable with her replying. It should be, I feel uncomfortable with my son DMing people and leaving open the opportunity for someone who is actually a groomer to potentially take advantage of this 10-year-old who's on social media without any oversight. Okay, I felt really uncomfortable with the fact she kept replying to him, so yesterday I confronted her about it. I asked the director after dropping my son off if the 17-year-old is there yet. The director said yes. I asked if I could speak to her and him about something important together, please. He said okay. The director, the girl, and I spoke together. I told them I'm feeling uncomfortable because my son has a crush on her. The girl went quiet, and the director said, oh yes, I can see why that would make you uncomfortable. Fuck this director, bro. Like, how is the girl supposed to control that? Oh, your son has a crush on an older girl? That's for you to be like, hey man, I know she seems really cool and like a crush is cool, but it would be very inappropriate and here's why. Like, that's on you as a parent to explain, because like, guys, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's bring it in here. When I was fucking younger, I definitely had some crushes on older kids, on older girls. Like, I think that's pretty normal, you know? Like, I think it's pretty normal to see, like, I'm pretty sure one of my friends I grew up with, shout out Alec, he had a really good looking sister who was, I think, 5 or 6 years older than us. I had a little crush on her because she was pretty. I think that's pretty normal. And it's probably also the same, like, you know, genders reversed, maybe even same genders too. Like, I think it's pretty normal, but it should be on the parents to, like, talk to the kid and, like, let them know, hey, not only should you not get your hopes up, but, like, also this is pretty inappropriate. Like, it would be inappropriate if she had a crush on, or it would be inappropriate if she entertained that crush. You don't blame the person that your son has a crush on. Like, dude, my friend Alex's sister would talk to me too, because I was around their house sometimes. Is she just supposed to ignore me? Like, that's crazy, man. That is a crazy expectation of a 17-year-old girl. I showed the screenshots to them of the conversation. I showed the screenshots of them. Hold on. Mouth dry, chat. Need those dick sucking mints bad. Out of context, that's really funny. I showed the screenshots of them to the conversation. I showed the screenshots to them of the conversation, and the director and the girl read through them. The director asked her if it was just her being nice. She said, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be an inappropriate. She said, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be an inappropriate. Wow, what a tongue twister. What a tongue twister. In an inappropriate way. In an inappropriate. Like, that's crazy. She said, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be in an inappropriate way or anything. I just wanted to be supportive. I said, well, surely you think it's weird a 10-year-old would have a crush on a 17-year-old. She said, yeah, that's weird. I didn't know, though. That's very true as well. What, was she just supposed to manifest the fact that this 10-year-old has a crush on her? The director defended her, saying, if that's the only online conversation they've had, then I assure you this isn't her fault in person. Oh, sorry. Then I assure you this isn't her fault. In person, we supervise the students at all times, and she has not said anything inappropriate to him here. I said that I'm worried she's grooming him. She started crying, saying she's not grooming him. The director said he understands my concern, but that's not what's going on here if that's the only evidence of this. Bro, this is crazy. Like, this is just a parent not wanting to do the hard thing of having a conversation with his child and just immediately blaming someone else. Instead of being a parent and being able to suss out that, like, this is just a 17-year-old being polite to a 10-year-old that she interacts with day to day and that, like, thinks she's cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, growing up, I had a couple of younger kids who thought I was cool. Maybe a couple of younger kids who, like, had a crush on me. Did I ever, like, do anything to, like, be inappropriate? No, because that's fucking weird. And that sounds like that's what this girl is doing, except for she's not even aware that this kid has a crush on her. She's just trying to be polite and nice to this kid that she is literally in a play with. And now OP is probably making that super awkward for both her and for this kid. By the way, this post has an update. Oh my God, I can't wait. Sorry, guys, I'm putting on some chapstick. Hold on. I said that I don't want her to talk to my son. The director said, I'm sure she'll happily block him on social media. And she said, yeah, I'll block him. Dude, I'm wondering if this is going to get the son kicked out of the play now. I said, I don't want her speaking to him in the school either. The director said that's not really completely possible since they have a lot of scenes together. I said, fine, but if they're doing scenes together, there needs to be someone supervising the both of them specifically at all times. Oh, sorry. I think that should be, I said fine, but if they're doing scenes together, there needs to be someone supervising the both of them specifically at all times. The director said someone supervises all the students at all times. I said great, but I want specific ones around the girl and my son. Bro, this guy's honestly, the director should just kick out the son. All right, bro, you want to be a fuck-ass, dumbass parent? Deal with this back at home. I'm going to tell the kid, too. Hey, your dad's a fucking weirdo. He's the reason you're not able to be in this play. Sorry. Please, bro, I hope that's how it ends. I feel bad for the son, but, like, genuinely, he should grow up to hate his dad. The director said he'll speak to the owner. I said great and left. The mother messaged me after rehearsal saying she's disgusted by what I'm accusing her daughter of. I said that her daughter's experienced something similar to what I'm suggesting in her childhood. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, no, she said, not I said. Oh, my God. Okay. She said that her daughter's experienced something similar to what I'm suggesting in her childhood and would never want to put a child through that after what she's been through. And she actually wants to foster children when she's older because she cares so much about the well-being of children with trauma and hates anyone who hurts kids. I said that I'm just ensuring my kid's safety. She said I should just talk to my son about what is an appropriate age gap and what's not. Ding, 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 ding. Somebody give OP a crash course on how to be an actually good parent. And that her daughter is well aware that's a terrible age gap. I've gotten messages from other parents too saying to leave the 17-year-old alone and that I'm being completely unreasonable and they feel really sorry for the 17-year-old and she's a really kind person. Oh my God, what a fucking dumbass parent, bro. Just what a dumbass parent. It just doesn't really logic to me how people are like this low level EQ to not be able to see the situation for what it is. Like, bro, you showed me these screenshots and it's like there are so many context clues to why she isn't trying to groom your kid. It's your kid reaching out all the time. She's always ending the conversation. If she wanted to groom your child, she would be messaging him 24/7. Like, you're literally just making something out of nothing that really is required of you as the parent to do the parent thing and have a conversation with your own fucking child. And he still came to Reddit. No, for real. I guess, chat, I'm just assuming this is a man. This could be a woman. And OP never gave a gender. OP never gave a gender. So, like, that's important to keep in mind. All right. Oh my God, there is a fucking update. And there's people keep asking me the same question, so I'll allow you to put them below. Oh my God, bro, I cannot wait to fucking read this shit. Oh shit. No, this has to be a boy, mom. You might be right, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if OP's a woman, honestly. Then that has to be some, like, internal... Oh, Katana said OP is a woman? Okay. I mean, that has to be some, like, internal misogyny then, right? Has to be, man. Making a mountain out of a molehill. No, literally definition. If you look that up, it'll... And you need an example, it'll pull up this situation. Also, Beans is up on his tower. His tower of terror. Oh shit, Raya in the house. What up, Raya? What up, what up, what up, what up? Nah, bro, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, to me, if I'm the director, I'm like, all right, this mom is causing us problems. Like, we'll take his kid out of the play. Which sucks for the kid. I want to acknowledge that. But, like, at this point, it's like, your kid's got to learn that mommy can fucking ruin shit sometimes, you know? Like I said, he literally just like made this now, like it's going to be so awkward for him at school. Like what a great learning lesson for the kid, bro. And the mom just shit it away by being an absolute terrorist, bro. Insane, man. All right, chat. Let's keep it going. Let's do the update. So this original post was posted 9 days ago, Monday, May 25th, 2026. And then this update came in 3 days ago. So 6 days later, Monday, June 1st, 2026. All right. Thought I'd give an update to those of you who are interested. I've been reposted on AmITheDevil and other social media platforms, so I thought I'd share an update as I have one. And it might make you guys see where my concerns came from. Oh God, here we go. Since then, the 17-year-old did block my son. I did tell him before confronting her and the director that he shouldn't be talking to older girls, and the reasons why I was concerned, especially given the fact he has a crush on her. Yet, he was still shocked when she blocked him. He told me he was trying to find the account and couldn't find it, and he's been blocked. I said it's good, because that's what I wanted, since he's too young to be talking to a 17-year-old. He apparently asked her in drama if she's deleted her account or blocked him, and she said she deleted it. Oh my God, she's trying to fucking save this son from knowing that his mom's a fucking terrorist. He came home happy saying she didn't block him. He came home happy saying she didn't block him. She just deleted the account. They're still chill. But then one of his friends his age said she's still posting and the account hasn't been deleted. So he was upset she had blocked him. He then realized he hadn't been blocked on Instagram. She only has about 5K followers on Instagram, so he tried to follow. Oh, I see. I see what this is supposed to be saying. She only has about 5K followers on Instagram, so she tries to follow everyone back. So even though the account doesn't have his name or face on it, she had already followed him back. He messaged her, and this is how the conversation went. Okay, first off, like, take this kid's social media away. Like, if this is how you want to act with your kid, like, fucking take this shit away from him? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, you guys are saying it in chat. This is just misogyny. OP has like that internal misogyny and she is letting that shit rip. Okay, sorry. He messaged her and this is how the conversation went. He messaged her and this is how the conversation went. OP's son, why did you block me? She replied, who is this? She also replied, probably because you're a creep, mate. She also said, and I was probably right if you're making some fake account with no profile to message me again. OP's son said, I'm not a creep. She said, who is it then? What's your main account called? OP's son said, why are you being mean to me? She said, who the fuck is this? He said, it's on TikTok. She replied, what's your username? OP's son said, it's the son's name from drama. You blocked me on TikTok. She said, oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. I blocked a few people on Instagram for being weird. She said, sorry for swearing. Dude, she seems like a nice kid. OP's son said, why did you block me? She said, because you have a crush on me and I'm too old for you. He replied, I don't have a crush on you. She replied, well, your mom said you did. OP's son said, but I don't. He says, I have a crush on girl his age from drama. She said, aw, that's cute. He replied, don't tell her though. She replied, I won't. That's really sweet though. She said, I won't. That's really sweet though. There's no bad blood between us, but I'm gonna block you now, okay? No hard feelings though. See you in drama, smiley face. Okay, that's like a nice way to put it. I would honestly be like, hey, I have to block you because your mom's a fucking weirdo. Good luck with her. Good luck with living with her for the next 8 years. I want her to be a little petty. You know what I'm saying? Son replied, but why? She said, it's not appropriate for us to be talking online. We can talk in drama, though, for scenes and stuff. OP's son said, okay, with a little, like, sad emoji face. Okay, so that didn't make me see where OP's concerns are coming from. That made me be like, oh, yeah. She wants to be polite to your son who's done nothing wrong, but also not get herself in trouble. What kind of, how the fuck is OP gonna end this? She then blocked him on Instagram. I'm honestly a bit mad she swore at him. I get she didn't know for sure it was him, but she knew she had blocked him, so she should have been more careful. Bro, like this, OP must think the world revolves around her and her son. Like stereotypical, yeah, your kid goes to a performing arts school, mother and child. Also, she continued talking to him after finding out it was him. She should have instantly blocked him. Bro, she on a fucking trampoline the way she trying to jump to conclusions. Because what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This is a 17-year-old trying to be cordial to a child, even though she's been put in an awkward situation because of her fuck-ass mother, and you're just grasping for straws here. OP ends it by saying, which was what I was worried about, crossing boundaries. I've heard enough, chat. I think the director needs to get a hold of this post and just kick out the son. Like, I feel bad for the son, chat. I do. I really feel bad for OP's son because he has a terrorist for a mother. This mother is just objectively sucky. Like, just objectively sucky. Oh, man. I just got to thank God every day that I got Kathy for a mom, man. Oh, God. That poor kid. The next 8 years of his life are going to suck. Literally, what boundaries is the girl crossing? No, for real. Like, the mom just wants to make up boundaries that she's crossing. There, like, nothing that this girl has done has been inappropriate. Like I said before, I think, like, to keep yourself safe, like, you shouldn't, DM children, right? Like, you should try not to actively DM and converse back and forth with children unless there's, like, a parent present or a parent is aware of it in some way, shape, or form. No matter what age you are. Like, 17, obviously, she's still a minor, but, like, I kind of, like, I get how that could be bad if the conversation was different. But because the conversation is the way that it is, like, there's nothing wrong here. And because of the relationship of them being in a play together, like, it makes sense the level of conversation that she had with this kid. Yeah, bro, I think the other mother should go to the director and be like, get this fucking kid out of here, bro. Also, it being on TikTok is crazy, for real. Yeah, I think too, guys, like, I think I'm going to teach my kids a lot about social media etiquette. Because I think that is just what needs to go on here. Is like the mom clearly doesn't know how to appropriately introduce their children to social media if he kind of has this amount of free reign on Instagram and TikTok. But then also when they're on those platforms, I think there need to be like weekly check-in sessions of like, okay, like let me look at your DMs, let me look at what you're posting, let me look at what you're liking, and like let's go over those different things and like talk about nuances. Because I think when you're on social media, it's kind of a wild west. And like parents need to do better about teaching kids like, hey, this adult DM'd you, or if an adult DMs you, that's not okay. That's weird. Like, unless it's like an adult has been approved by the parent and there's a good reason, right? Like, maybe it's like, hey, I talked to your mom about like hey, like I talked to your mom. She needs me to pick you up. This was the only way we could contact you, or something like that. When then the mom texts them on the back end and is like, hey, this person DM'd you on Instagram, which is super fucking weird, but I'm just like making up an example. This person DM'd you on Instagram, they're going to pick you up. Like, only if it's like approved by the parent should you ever be conversing parent to child like that. That might be a bad example, but you know what I mean. Does TikTok really have no children's safety features? I mean, that doesn't surprise me, actually. Yeah, Instagram at 10 is kind of crazy. I'm trying to remember when I got Instagram. I mean, I got Instagram right when it came out. I must have been like 14 or 15. I wonder what the average age that kids are getting Instagram at. I kind of want to know. Okay, according to National Library of Medicine, about 56% of US youth have their own social media accounts. The average age when signing up for an account was 12.6 years. That's, I don't know. I mean, maybe if my kid was 13, actually, that would make sense. I don't know, man. Chat, any of you guys have older kids? How old were they when you allowed them to be on social media? I'd say 13 minimum. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. And even then, like, I think it would be like a conversation with my kids about like, if you can really stay off of it, stay off of it. But like, I kind of understand a little bit the factor of like, oh, my friends at school have social media and I don't. Because of that, I'm alienated, which like, I understand how like, obviously you don't want your kid to be like the only odd man out, but my youngest had her account at 8. Yeah, I just feel like that's so young. I think it was 12 or 13, but they snuck it earlier. Yeah, that's the other thing you have to worry about, right? Crazy, man. Huh. God damn. Oh, shit. We've already read this one, chat. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, wait. Sorry, guys. I'm reading for a 15 most upvoted video, so I actually don't have to read this one. I can mark it red. Oh, that doesn't account for those lying about their ages. Oh my God, that's so true. I'm not gonna lie. I lied about my age when I first made my Facebook account. Because I think you had to be 13 and I must have been 12 then. I got Facebook before I got Instagram. Dude, I remember it was like a battle to get my parents to allow me to have a Facebook account. We had this weird thing. It was like you could make a custom like MySpace website, but for only your school. And I remember we had one of those. It was like someone from our school made it, and like you basically just had to be approved by the person who made it as like you go to this school or whatever. Crazy, man. There's no true way to confirm users' age since it goes on an honor system. You're totally right. Wild. Wild, chat. All right. Let's keep it going, y'all. We got, probably like 10 minutes left, so we could probably do 1 or 2 more stories. But then I got to go. I got to go play hockey, y'all. Let me just double check something real quick. Ooh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alrighty, chat, let's do it. If you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 79 people watching, 56 likes. We could probably get that, to like 65, maybe 70 if you guys are generous. Please like up the stream. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at, though. Turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live, baby. Alrighty. Am I the a-hole for having our kids make a list of things my wife does that they don't like? Oh, surely that's the smart thing to do. I really didn't think when this happened I'd be posting this. My wife and I are both 39 and I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. On Friday, my 9-year-old went to a friend's house, and when I picked him up, he was complaining that my wife still calls him baby in front of his friends. Okay, then he said his friend's mom doesn't make them be under supervision when using the trampoline. I feel like 9-year-olds should definitely be under supervision when using a trampoline. Me personally. Also, that his friend's mom doesn't make his friend wear sunscreen, supposedly. That's just a bad mom. I told him that he should make a list of the stuff he does that bothers him that my wife... I told him that he should make a list of the stuff that bothers him that my wife does. Maybe she doesn't know that it bothers him. So he did, and since our 6-year-old saw him doing it, she decided to make a list of her own. But her list was 99% things that she just doesn't like doing that has to be done anyways. The kids gave their list to my wife, and probably told her I told them to do it since my wife was immediately mad at me for telling them to make a passive-aggressive list. She actually seemed really in her feelings about it. I told her that if she didn't take it as personal... And I told her that if she didn't take it as personal, she could actually look at the complaints and know where to change. In parentheses, at least for the 9-year-old. So you're saying that you agree that your 9-year-old shouldn't wear sunscreen and shouldn't be supervised on a trampoline? I mean, I'd be more mad about that if I was the wife. Like, you thought our child was cooking when he said that shit? Also, why the fuck are we letting our child hang out with a kid whose mother is like this? We sat there for about 2 hours watching a show in silence, as in she didn't want to talk to me. This was some time ago, but she was still kind of sore over it the following day. Am I the a-hole? Bro, anybody, I mean, bare minimum, anybody who tells their 9-year-old and 6-year-old that the gripes that they have with their parents are actually legit is probably a fucking dumbass. But also, here's that another parent that they entrust to take care of their child is allowing them to jump on a trampoline unsupervised and doesn't wear sunscreen, and your thoughts aren't, maybe I should lessen the amount of time my child spends at their house. You're just a bad parent. Like, OP is not only the devil, but should not be a fucking parent. Typical I hate my wife post. You're totally right, bro. They deleted their profile. Probably a good call, honestly. Crazy. Okay, we got an OP replied to comment. He said he replied to a comment saying, I didn't say I disagreed on the sunscreen and supervision thing though. Okay, wait, that's just more confusing. I didn't say I disagreed on the sunscreen and supervision thing though. So you agreed with it? Which is what we were implying in the first place. I don't think that's important to the video. I think OP's fucking stupid. Crazy, man. That has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Hey, I told my kids to write a list to my wife about all the things that we don't like that she does. It's not how parenting works. I don't know about you guys, but I don't expect a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old to have legitimately useful criticism for the parents. Like, if it were up to them, they would have ice cream for dinner, never go to school, spend all day playing video games. Like, why the fuck would you listen to them? I hope he has to pay a lot of alimony after the divorce. I agree. Can you imagine finding out your partner posted some fuck shit like this? Like, not only are you mad at them, but then they're like, I didn't do anything. Am I the a-hole? Like, pfft. I am so dumb, I'm not even able to put together on my own that what I did was fucked up. Crazy, man. Either be an asshole or be stupid. Pick a struggle. Yeah, unfortunately, OP is both. Bitch, I'm both. Oh my God, burnt grilled cheese. I'm so sorry. I missed your resubscribe for 6 months. Resubscribe at 6 months at tier 1. Thank you. You to go. You to go. Burnt grilled cheese, thank you so much. Good to have you around for 9 months. Hell yeah. Alrighty, chat. Let's do one more story. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. One more story, and then we wrap up the stream. All right, chat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Am I the a-hole for bringing up my sister's past divorce at her wedding? Ah, yes, the best time to bring that up. I, 32 male and currently single, was at my sister's wedding this weekend, and things have gotten tense since. For context, my sister, 29 female, was previously married for about a year when she was 24. It ended pretty badly. There was a lot of arguing, and from my perspective, she rushed into it and ignored everyone's advice. Our family kind of just does not talk about it now, which I have always thought was weird because it happened and it clearly says something about decision making. Okay, so from that paragraph, I'm getting that OP is the guy who just likes to remind everybody that he was right. He's the I told you so guy, but he reminds you that he told you so 5 fucking years later. Anyway, at her current wedding, I was asked to give a speech. No. Like, really? Really? Where's the common sense, bro? During a speech at their wedding? No one gave me any specific guidelines, just say something nice. I did start nice. I talked about growing up together, how she used to make me terrible instant coffee and stuff like that. But then I pivoted into what I thought was a meaningful point about growth. I said something along the lines of how we all have seen her making big commitments before that did not work out, and how it is important to really think things through this time. I even added that hopefully her new husband knows what he is getting into and is ready for the long haul, unlike last time. People got really quiet, but I figured it was just because it was honest. I do not think weddings should just be fake positivity. Yeah, it makes sense why OP's 32 and still very single. Yeah, bro isn't getting any more wedding invites after this one. Like, what a fucking dumbass. Like, also, this is just really fucking stupid to say. We all have seen her make big commitments before that did not work out, and how it's important to really think things through this time. Dog, it's already happened. There's no thinking things through this time, even if you're right. Even if you're right that she rushed into the marriage. Like, dude, you're giving the speech after it's happened. What do you mean think things through this time? It's like... Oh... People got really quiet, but nope, I already read that. After the speech, my sister was visibly upset and told me I humiliated her on purpose. Her husband did not say much, but looked pretty uncomfortable. A couple of relatives told me that was completely inappropriate and that a wedding is not the place to bring up past mistakes, especially something like a divorce. I told them I was trying to highlight her personal growth and the seriousness of marriage, but apparently that made it worse. My mom has not spoken to me since, and my sister says I made the happiest day of her life about her worst. Okay, I don't think this is supposed to be here. My mom has not spoken to me since, and my sister says I made the happiest day of her life her worst one. In hindsight, maybe I could have worded it differently, but I still feel like pretending the past did not exist is dishonest. Okay, like, even if you think that and you're right in thinking that, doesn't mean you have to bring it up at the fucking wedding, you moron. Like, can we not be this stupid? Can we just not? It costs $0 to not be this fucking dumb. At the same time, I can see why she might not have wanted it brought up right then. Yeah, man, during her wedding, where it's supposed to be only about love and happiness and like uniting two people who are in love with each other. Now you can kind of see why you should not bring that up. Like, I hope she goes no contact with this fucking idiot, dude. Like, what a dumbass. He hasn't even replied to any of the comments. Oh, yay. They posted a Happy Pride Month thing 3 years ago and it got removed by moderators. There's no way that was productive. Top comment is just no wonder this guy is single. That's exactly what I said. Oh, man. Chat, moral of the story, don't be as dumb as this guy. I don't know who needs to fucking hear this, but when you're at a wedding, even if for some reason you don't agree with the wedding, like just say happy things. That's not the time to play the, oh, I have to remind you that I was right. That's not the right time, dog. Not the right time, bro. Just fucking stupid shit. If you don't agree with the wedding, don't go, or at least don't give a speech. I mean, it doesn't even sound like it was like that, Vapor. It's like he just literally wanted to go up there and tell everybody that he was right. That's it. He's like, I just wanted to remind everybody about her previous marriage at her new celebration of her new marriage. Because I just need y'all to know that I was right. Like, come on, fuck ass. Oh, God, dude. Every day I wake up and thank God I'm not this fucking stupid. I'm stupid, but I'm not this stupid. And I can die happy knowing that, chat. Alrighty, chat. We got 7 more stories left. I think I'm going to knock them all out tomorrow. Vapor Form, thank you for resubscribing for 1 month in tier 1. You're too kind for that, bro. Too kind. Thank you guys for all the subs, the gifted memberships, all that lately. You guys have been going off on it. I just want to remind you guys that it is greatly appreciated, but it is not required of any of y'all, okay? Just a little reminder. Chat. Whomst do we raid? Ooh, I'm gonna raid my buddy Quinn. He is playing The Binding of Isaac, which I actually genuinely don't know how this game works. But it seems like a pretty interesting game. Let's go raid my boy. Go say hi to my boy Quinn. I will be live again tomorrow. We're going to continue the Lego drama. We're going to read some AmITheDevil and hopeful... Oh, wait, no, just kidding. Not Subnautica tomorrow. We're going to be playing Backrooms with the gang. We're bringing it back because the movie came out. All right, chat? All right, guys. It's a roguelike. Perfect. If you enjoy a roguelike, have fun. Do your thing. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to like the stream before you leave. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Go.